Today, I would like to share a recipe with you. Anzac biscuits. It's probably my favorite biscuit recipe, and I got it from a friend at university. I'm Rachel, and welcome to Smile English Stories, where you can listen to English spoken in lots of different contexts. If I speak too slowly or too quickly, you can change the speed in YouTube. Anzac biscuits are a traditional recipe from Australia and New Zealand. In 1915, the world was at war, and a lot of people from Australia and New Zealand came to fight or to nurse in Europe and in the Middle East. They came to fight in countries like Palestine and Turkey, and on the Western Front in Belgium and in France. Back at home in Australia and New Zealand, their wives, the ladies, made Anzac biscuits. Some people say they made Anzac biscuits to send to the soldiers. Other people say they made Anzac biscuits to sell, to make money, to raise money for the war effort. Today, the people in Australia and in New Zealand, the Australians and the Kiwis, they make Anzac biscuits all year. But the 25th of April every year is Anzac Day, and the people remember all the soldiers who served or who died in all the different wars. Anzac is actually an abbreviation. It's short for the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. So first, we need to prepare all the ingredients. We are going to need 150 grams of butter, 100 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of oats, 100 to 150 grams of sugar, brown sugar, not white sugar, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. If you want, you can add desiccated coconut to your biscuits, like in Australia and New Zealand, but I am going to add 125 grams of raisins and 50 grams of mixed peel, like my friend in England. So first, we need to soak the raisins. If you soak something, you put it in a liquid for a long time. So, I need to introduce you to my best friend. It's my kettle. Hello, how are you today?
Bored.
Oh no, don't worry, I have a job for you. Kettles are so important in England for making cups of tea or coffee, of course. So if I put my kettle on, we can have some very, very hot water. We can boil some water to soak the raisins. So while we are waiting for the kettle to boil, I'm going to weigh the raisins on the weighing scales. So I usually put the raisins in a little bowl. 125 grams. Now the kettle has boiled. I can put some hot water in the bowl and leave the raisins to soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. To make the biscuits, I need to melt the butter. So I am going to put the 125 grams of butter straight in the pan.
Pack up your duffels in your own kit bag and smile.
125 grams. Next, I am going to weigh all the dry ingredients. 100. And now 100 grams of oats. Sounds like it's raining.
It's raining men, hallelujah, it's raining men,
Oh yeah!
raining men.
Okay, 100 grams of sugar. And next, 1 teaspoon, just one, of bicarbonate of soda. Okay, perfect. So I am going to use mixed peel. So I need help.
50 grams.
50 grams of mixed peel. This one was stuck. My mixed peel is stuck. Perfect. Now, if I take the water out of the bowl, all the ingredients will be ready.
Yay!
So before I melt the butter, I am going to grease 2 little baking trays. So I don't think the biscuits should stick. Now I can melt the butter, ready to mix the dry ingredients in. I have just melted the butter, so now I am ready to mix in the dry ingredients with a wooden spoon. The mixture shouldn't be too dry, so you will probably need to add about 2 tablespoons of boiling water, very hot water. We are almost finished. We are almost done. So,
So we must.
So I am going to switch the oven on at 150 degrees and get the mixture so we can put it on the baking trays. We need to put little spoons, teaspoons of mixture on the baking trays.
Keep the home fires burning while your hearts are yearning, though your lads are far away.
The mixture should make about 20 biscuits. So now I am going to wash my sticky fingers and put the biscuits in the oven. So I'll put the biscuits in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. So what could I do while I am waiting? I suppose I could do the washing up. Daughter, could you do the washing up?
In your dreams.
I have just got the biscuits out of the oven. The biscuits look okay, a little brown on the top and a little brown on the bottom. Now I need to wait for 5 minutes so they can cool down and I can put them on the cooling tray. So now the biscuits are ready, it's time to put the kettle on again and make a cup of tea. To try one. I hope you enjoy making Anzac biscuits. If you do, let me know in the comments and share the video with a friend. And I'll see you next time.